voices from the past, and even with the few people I've had on my show that are out here and still kind of relevant musicians, they're kind of all from your era. You know what I'm saying? And they all have something to say. And your story. Now, let me tell you first off, J-Dee, I'm a huge fan. I'm greatly influenced by West Coast music, by your music in particular. And I'll tell you what, I used to have conversations with people on who was tighter, you or Cube.
Wow, that's great. That debate has been something that has been in existence probably for about 20 years, bro. And a lot of people always try to put me in the middle of that debate. I'm going to tell you like this, straight out. Freestyle, he could never fake. So concept music, concept album, delivery. He to be honest, he was somebody that I really emulated. And you know what? I'm going to try to outdo him because he was the guy that I aspired to be better than. Well, it was hard, man.
Yeah,
cold-blooded freestyle session, but I would murder the freestyle session. But when it came to writing, Q was a beast, man, and he was a brilliant businessman. But I've had several people say, "Jake, you harder than Q," straight out.
But also too, from at that point with a hip hop standpoint, you guys fed off each other. I mean, and everything back then too. I mean, you've seen even from the position you're at right now. I read the article that you had done in I think it was last April, and you said you still are able to hear new music and stuff like that. But just even from the standpoint where you're at, this game has changed a whole lot. I mean, everything's visual now. Everything's a YouTube video. Everything's a this. Everything's a that. But growing up, when I saw Gorillas in the Mist video, I saw chemistry there with you and Cube of you feeding off each other, and it's kind of like what you're saying right now. That's the person you wanted to be better than. Yeah, but I tell you, man, I used to sit there with people and say, I don't know, I think J-Dee's up there, man. But not to get too off subject. So I got everything going right now. It's a real pleasure having you on the microphone, on the phone here in Die4 Studios. Give yourself a little brief shout out to these people and let them know who you are and literally the history that I'm making right here on Die4 Radio.
Okay, well, what's up, everybody? This is your boy J-Dee from the Lench Mob. Yeah, lost in the tombs in the belly of the beast, but I'm back, I'm breathing, I'm alive, and I got something in the pipes for y'all. What's up with my boy Justin, though, huh? Die4, yeah? That's
what's up. Now, I'm really excited reading these new things about you, and definitely about this short story book that you're doing with J-Dee, and you guys already landed a publishing deal and everything. So tell these people a little bit about that, because that's actually really, really exciting.
Well, the book is called Los Angeles Times Urban Tales. It's a collection of short stories that me, J-Dee, and my partner Anthony Barrow collaborated on, and it all spawned. I was in a computer class up here at California Men's Colony, and I decided to just test my hand at writing. So I had a story in my head that I wanted to put out, but I didn't have any characters. So what I did was try to pull from every character that I called myself as a youngster growing up, chasing my own identity. And the story came about, never saw me coming. And then I helped J-Dee and Anthony Barrow with Unforeseen and Streets Gonna Cry the beginning. And that's basically how I started.
Okay. Now, was there a transition for you, honestly, being a writer with music and hip hop, to actually take that into story mode without rhyming? Was there a transition period there for you? Now, understandably, you're gonna, someone like you is gonna be able to accomplish anything he sets his mind to. But I know I've sat down to write a couple things. I'm an artist myself, and sometimes I when I first would start writing a paper or something like that, I would almost get into rapping mode, or MC mode. Was there a transition you had to do to kind of counteract that?
Basically, what it was, I got tired of the mic blockers. I got tired of dudes getting in the way. Every time I had some music to put out, nobody wanted to let it out. Like I was saying, I got tired of the mic blockers, man. I got tired of people not wanting me to put music out. I got tired of people telling me that, hey, you could release that, but right now, with so much West Coast, East Coast drama going on, you might not want to drop that.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? It's too damn hard to record music. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to start writing. I'm going to take the songs in my head and create a story. And I'm going to create this story that everybody can relate to. And what better person to do it than me?
Of course. Of course. Now, saying that, I'm actually going to go to a music part real quick. Say going into Gorillas of the Mist, going into a project like that, and this is important because of where music was at the time. What kind of state of mind, especially everything going on in your environment, did you go into doing Gorillas of the Mist? And kind of a two-part question too, because it was, like you said, it's hard to record music. I mean, and especially back then, they didn't have the computers and technology we do now. So it was tough. You really had to, if you were dropping an album, you really going in there and working. I mean, working. What kind of state of mind did you go into with that? And did you expect it to really be that classic album and just blow up the West Coast like it did?
I'm going to be straight up honest with you, bro. Gorillas in the Mist was more fun than it was work. It really was, because what we had embarked on was the knowledge of self. And that was an era that was so volatile at the time that cats were like, look, we either going to get together as people and start to reshape the way we think, reshape the way the community generates funds, how much money we let out of the community, how much money we bring into the community, and we're going to do it in the form of music. But Gorillas in the Mist was so fun. It was fun. It was literally fun.
That's great to hear.
Gorillas in the Mist is so fun, bro. I'm sorry about that, but you know my situation, so I have to be a little more safe than anything.
That's no problem.
But Gorillas in the Mist was so fun, and the mindset that we took on after the album started was like, you know what? This is going to pick up some steam. We're going to piss off a lot of people in the process, and we're going to be hit with a lot of hard questions. We need to be able to answer these questions without fumbling and dropping the ball. So what I decided to do was just dig deep, and the Message to the Black Man was probably the most prolific book I've ever read at the time, because what it did was open up my mind to accept other things about me, my community, myself, our people, our plight. And then I got interested in just the knowledge of self and economics. So then I said, you know what? This ain't a bad thing. Ice Cube, stick to the gangster shit, man. Don't do nothing but the gangster shit. Let the Lench Mob be the politicians. So when they label us gangster rappers, we can separate ourselves and say that we street politicians on the mission, and Ice Cube is the gangster rapper.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how we attack the project.
I mean, that's what an influential album too. And what's crazy is back then too, when they had gangster rap or labeled anything gangster rap, I mean, this was an era where they were taking, you know, tapes and CDs out in the middle of the street with protest signs and stomping on them. So even in all around the community, it was very volatile, like you said. Now, saying that, with the success you had, what was the state of mind going into Planet of the Apes? And I know you were only 2 months into there, but I heard you were the first one in the studio and the last one to leave even for those first 2 months. So you were definitely on a mission for that. What was your state of mind going into the next album?
Well, the next album, I wasn't on the next album, which was Planet of the Apes. By that time, I had caught up. And what happened was I had recorded about maybe 4 or 5 songs with the group. And a couple of people in the group, you know, the politics of the group, the politics of me not physically being there, people were a little upset that these songs were going to stay on. Now, I did have a song called McDonald's was Still My Spot. Me making the transition out of doing all those skits with Ice Cube to actually creating this song about why I chose McDonald's to be my spot. And the mentality of going into the second album, which was like songs like Chocolate City and other those things like that, I really can't answer, because those are the songs that Shorty decided to write.
Yeah.
And just through the dismal sales of that second album, you can kind of see the concept wasn't really tight.
Yeah.
But I had some tight work, man, and the songs were removed. For whatever reason, I don't know if they want me to have the publishing get paid, but the songs were removed. And I guess it was just a better call to them dudes to make, to kind of like start to phase me out because of the negative impact I was having on the group. Because you had people like Calvin Butts, New York, you know, steamrolling over Snoop Dogg's albums. You had people protesting. You had so many different, Chipper Gore, Al Gore. That's when the parental advisory shit was real heavy.
Yeah.
So many people opposing hip hop and us utilizing our First Amendment right to free speech. You know, this is free speech right here we attacking. And how could you attack the Constitution when this so-called country was founded on it. This is the backbone of the country.
Yeah, I mean, I always kind of tripped on that myself. It's like we're trying to ban something that's on the Constitution when there's rock music and all sorts of heavy metal that actually says some of the same things, you know, but because the music's so loud or the way they say it's so loud, it's kind of under the radar because you can't really understand what they're saying. But, you know, even in the 60s and 70s, the Beatles and all these people are talking about drugs. Just because they're using metaphors to talk about it doesn't mean they're still not talking about it. So I always kind of tripped on that. But, you know, I'm a strong believer that the community needs to be heard. And, you know, a community to me is the lower class, the middle class, and the higher class. And no matter where anybody's from, their voice needs to be heard. That's what makes a community to me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if someone says, oh, where do you live? Oh, I'm from the Palisades. That carries a stigma. You know, you already know what kind of life he lives or whatever it is because of what he's doing. And his voice is always heard. So I'm just, you know, I grew up in East Riverside where a lot of voices weren't heard as well. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely, it was sad to me, especially once everything happened with you, that your voice wasn't heard anymore. Because if anybody in the rap game like that, besides Cube, that was talking the way you were, it was you. I mean, you were the Lench Mob to me. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody else's hustle or whatever. And again, I wasn't there to know any of the situations. You know, I want everything to be somewhat positive, but it doesn't, you know, in reality, things don't go that way. But you were the voice of the West Coast.
Well,
Go ahead.
man, not to cut you off, but I really appreciate you saying that. And I've had it said once before. I've had people go online and say, you know, J-Dee, you are no legend. J-Dee, if it wasn't for Cube, you wouldn't be this, you wouldn't be that. And but I'm gonna say it like this: the proof is in the cell. You know, you could go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia may say that we did 500,000 plus units. You know, but technically, the Lench Mob, Gorillas in the Mist, sold 1 million and some change. Now look at the dismal sales of Planet of the Apes. These cats sold 85,000 copies, and it was a wrap. Now, am I going to toot my own horn? Am I that arrogant to say, hey, it's because of me that we did what we did? No, I won't say that. I won't say that. However, the energy that I interjected, the energy that I pushed out there from that stage, every ghetto, I touched bases with the people. Every hood, from Houston to Harlem, I touched bases with the people. Every time I'm in the south side of Chicago, I touch bases with the people. I go to the heart of the community. The heart of the community is what buys these records. This is what pushes us forward. So why in the hell would I not pay homage to these people who really represent and reflect who I am? So That's what I was about. How can we be the best damn group in the game at the same time spit quality lyrics, good music over some funky, raspy, grimy, you know, beats? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was about, man. That's what I was about. Now, there was times that cats wanted to be like Ice Cube, do what Ice Cube did, and wear what Ice Cube wear. I told them I want to have what Ice Cube had: credibility, longevity, a fat bank account, and respect in the community. That's what I aspired to have. I didn't give a damn about dressing like him or looking like him. I wanted to be J-Dee. Always did, always will be. But man, I tell you like this, Ice Cube really was the cat I aspired to be like. Because he was sharp. He just was sharp.
Businessman.
I said it again. I'll say it again, and I'll say it 1,000 times. The man taught me how to feed my family legally. He taught me how to fish. He didn't just give me a fish.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful.
Yeah, and, you know, strong minds will link together. Obviously, from your lyrics, even the conversation I'm having with you right now, very strong mind, you know, mind, body, and soul. With everything, unfortunately, that has happened this last 20 years, how have you kept so positive, my dude? Because right now I'm talking to you like I can go drive down the street and meet up with you. You know what I'm saying? So how have you kept so strong through all this?
First and foremost, I have to say that I give all the credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, for protecting me, watching over me, giving me the tools to navigate through this jungle, giving me the strength to wake up every day and press forward. And I also have to attribute it to the fact that maybe a lot of people don't know. But J-Dee is innocent of murder. What J-Dee is guilty why that I'm in here for. So because I didn't snitch on the man and I didn't tell on the guy who killed this man and I'm in here, I was sentenced to 29 years to life. Why? Because I refused to snitch. Why did I refuse to snitch? I wasn't raised like that, for one. Two, I'm not going to break the G code that was put in place before I came into this game. Three, I knew what I was getting into when I got into this game. And four, there was no way I would sacrifice my wife, my children, my mother, and my family for some stuff that went on in the streets that I was a part of. Now, am I 100% innocent of murder? Yes. But was I there the night of the murder? Yes. I won't lie. But I wake up every morning and I look in the mirror and I say, hey, dude, one thing you can say is that you're not guilty. So being not guilty of murder and being innocent of murder, it allows me to keep a ball of energy burning inside of me that pushes me forward every day. At the end of the day, I pray, I lay it out, and when I wake up in the morning, I thank him again. I know my time is coming. I will be home soon. I got a ton of new music. I got these books in the pipe. So I attribute it all to my Heavenly Father, bro.
Absolutely. And it's so crazy because here you are, not guilty of murder, 20 years later in prison, serving your life sentence. And nowadays, you have people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these little video and social apps that are literally doing dirt, filming themselves, potentially snitching on themselves, okay? Yeah. I watch it all day long.
Daily.
I mean, how much has this world changed in the last 20 years? It's insane.
Well, I have this little boy that I kind of snatched a piece from J-Dee, and I kind of re-rocked it a little bit, and it's funny you say, how J-Dee say, I'm from the era when niggas don't snitch. Y'all from the era where snitching is the shit. And I got this little board that I put together like that, and I took a piece of it and kind of like twisted it, changed it up and made it mine. And a lot of cats laughed at me. They was like, man, you hard. You hard as hell, And what it was is I just told them I'm sick of these bitch niggas banging the West with mohawks and skinny jeans, niggas banging the shack. They talking reckless on the phone about birds and Aquafina jugs, but they messing with the feds wearing wires, set niggas up. I'm raced off Western where the rich niggas roll. I keep my circle hella small and leave them bitch niggas cold. I fuck with SAs with AKs like Dickie Doc and them. It is what it is, but if it's on, we even popping them. And it's I bang with the king of LA. I roll with the Lench Mob. Still blow a sack of purple killers from Paroli Squad. And you old ass 80s niggas playing with meals, get these new West era nigga playing some deals. You niggas shining like diamonds, bro, passing the torch. Like the big homie Trady used to pass me the torch. Because if the next generation can't eat, then we over. I'm on the app getting money, nigga, tipping the rollers. And I don't do a lot of bragging. I don't cop a lot of shiny shit. I'm known for keeping the vest on with a chopper while I get it in. 501, blue jays in the white tee. Got a black 45 so close I call that chick wifey. Had to do a bitch niggas didn't like me. Cocky little brother, blue trout and water like me. You know what I'm saying? Broke my mama hard, had my baby mama tripping, had my wifey talking shit because the dude was still crippin'. Ice Cube mad as fuck. My career down the drain because the nigga stuck to the script and I wouldn't name names and like Hova. I'm scared of the future. Y'all respect the motherfucker that got shot, but I respect the shooter. And I'm still Big J-Dee, bitch, and I'm repping the West. Holly Park on my left arm with the hood on my chest. I switch up on bitch niggas like a fucking move ring, but I still buck devils, bro. Boom, ping, ping. And that's the verse. You know what I mean? I don't mean to cuss. I don't mean to cuss and I apologize, but like I said,
hey, it's my platform. We can do whatever we want right here. I don't have we can be 100% real on here. I don't have to edit anything. The only thing I wish I could do is send you a beat right now to go ahead and lace that bad boy. Oh man, that's what's up.
That's it. And that's it. Okay, there are killers out there. Okay, these dudes want to talk about how much drugs they pushing. I got birds, I got bricks, I got water, I got this, I got that. I'm not telling anybody I got nothing. And I'm not going to self-snitch. I'm not going to invite you to my home and tell you where I'm resting my head and be on cribs and do all of this flashy stuff because I'm only inviting trouble into mine. Let's push quality music out. Let's push the best things we can out, reclaim the crown, and I love it. And we will be back on top like we were. That's why I like Kendrick Lamar. That's why I like Nipsey Hussle. That's why I like YG. That's why I like the Kid Problem and Schoolboy Q. They really do have what it takes to reclaim this crown and bring the West back. You know what I'm saying? They really do.
I agree. Actually, I was talking to we had Big Hutch on the show, Code 187.
That's my boy.
And he was talking about, what makes me mad is when people say the New West. He was like, we haven't gone anywhere, but yet everyone's, this is the New West, this is the new this, and we kind of had a conversation about it. He's like, because if you go down South music, you don't hear them say this is the New South. You don't go to New York and they don't say this is the new New York. It's just is what it wasn't in place. But I have to tell you, I do kind of consider them New West because this has changed a lot. This West Coast game has changed tremendously. You know what I'm saying? But I don't consider it a New West like a different entity. I consider it New West because it's just been gone. It's time for something new. It's time, like you said, to bring the cycle back, to bring the circle back. And they definitely do it. But man, they ain't got nothing on you, J-Dee. They ain't got.
I'm gonna tell you. I appreciate that, bro. But I'm gonna tell you, right now is the time for the changing of the guard. And I'll say this with all due respect: Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, E40, all these cats with the bread, with the labels, with the influence, with the industry by the balls. They really need to bring the best talent to the surface, nurture it, foster it, produce it, and push it. Look at Nipsey. Why should Nipsey have to go to J-Dee to sign the deal? Why should the game have to go to Baby to sign the deal? Why should anybody have to leave the state of California where this gangster stuff was founded? Why should you have to leave the foundation to go build somewhere else? It doesn't make sense. But see, down south has a formula, has a business model that a lot of cats refuse to catch on. They're starting to now, but now they're 10, 15 years behind. Look what Master P did, and then Cash Money took over. Look what they did. And when Cash Money took over with Bling Bling, with Baby, Judy, and all of those cats, they had a 15-year run straight.
Yep.
A 15-year run straight with millions of dollars being made. Now they can cruise, kick back, take a step back, and bring their next crew of talent in. And that's what needs to happen out west. That's what needs to happen out west. Dub C, Ice Cube, those are the epitomes of big homies. Those are big homies. And I say that with the utmost respect. And I'm older than both of them. But they are big homies. And I love them to death. And so I want people to understand that. Don't make no mistake. This is why no way am I bashing my two bros. Them is my bros like this. But they got to pass the mic. And if they're not going to pass the mic to bring the hardest shit out there into your circle. I remember Ice Cube said, if I ever fall off, it's going to be because I signed the dude that knocked me off. That has to still stand. That has to.
But I'm kind of I know some good friends of my family now that I've done music with the last couple years is All From the Eye, Squeak Room, Binky Mac. And, they have some things about, they're dealing with Cube, through signing there and this and that. And hearing some things and this and that. But, I don't know if Cube can bring back the West. I mean, I'm saying from a professional level, that dude's busy. Whether it's production for movies or TVs or something like that. I mean, it is, like you said, it is going to have to be a Kendrick or somebody else because Cube is out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he doesn't still do good music or anything like that, but with everything else he has going, how is he going to do it? But again, to bring up, like you said, E40, all these cats, why should Nipsey have to go to New York? We don't have those establishment record labels here on the West Coast like we used to. E40 was sick with it. I know Yuck Mouth, they had Rap a Lot out here. I know that's, originally with Jay Prince and them, but still, I mean, there was a bunch of set standard record labels that you had back in the day. The independent game that it is now, it seems like the standard record labels that are out there are in the East Coast. I just...
That's true. That is true to a degree. But in my boy defense, and not just defending him because he's my partner, I think he do have what it takes. I think Ice Cube does have exactly what it takes to foster new talent. And I mean, it's just what it is we have this zero tolerance for homies bringing homies to the studio. We have this zero tolerance of cats going back to the hood and functioning amongst the cats that they grew up with. People want you to sometimes abandon everything that you were a part of and everything that you stood for and then come into the industry. And it doesn't work like that. I I can't give up my identity.
Yeah.
Because you want me to just come be an artist all day. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. And I appreciate the fact that Ice Cube is a businessman. 1, 2, he's taking care of his family. 3, the brother is shit deep into the film game. And 4, he records for fun. You know what I'm saying? Because he loves hip hop. But I think he does have what it takes. He had Tony Draper in his wings when he dropped raw footage. Tony Draper could run Lench Mob records. I mean, there is labels that could push this product, man, and get us back on top. And I'll be willing to work with them, especially so when soon as I get out, I'm trying it again. Trey is on his way home. Let everybody know. Trey will be home in a minute. Trey got about some days left. So
that's what's up.
Change.
That's what's up. And now, going on, you have a parole hearing 2015 next year, correct?
Yes.
Although still working on your appeal, correct?
Yes. What I'm doing now is I'm collecting declarations from prosecutorial witnesses who want to recant their testimony, because now, after 21 long-ass years, people are like, you know what, we didn't know he was going to do this much time. Maybe we can help. Maybe we can do something to bring him home. And you still have people like, screw J-Dee, he killed my friend, but I didn't. But if you got a prosecutorial witness saying that, hey, we know he didn't kill him, we only said that he did because he wouldn't snitch, but now this much time has gone by, we could at least help the dude get home, then something has to be said about the flaws in the case. Now, if you got 59 shell cases collected from a crime scene and ballistics tests show that 13 weapons were fired, something is wrong. If I'm the only defendant at the defendant's table with a defense attorney, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Where was CS5 back then?
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Never came to jail.
I was going to say, too, because I've been reading the last few days a lot up on the case that I can read, through the internet and everything. And there's a lot of kind of things that, I watch a lot of the First 48 show out here. They kind of do the real, reality show on murder investigations and stuff like that. And just thinking in my head from what I've seen on that and everything just experienced in my life, I'm like, something doesn't add up here. Just by reading basic details. I mean, if you're the only one that's in here and there's all, 12 different casings, there should be 12 people being questioned. I mean,
you understand what I'm saying? Now you understand what I'm saying. You got 13 weapons fired, 59 shell cases, and J-Dee the only one that's serving time. J-Dee wasn't on trial. Hip hop was on trial.
Yeah.
J-Dee wasn't on trial. The Lench Mob was on trial.
I was going to say, it's the Lench Mob.
He wasn't on trial. Gangsta rap was prosecuted, persecuted, and sentenced to life.
I agree.
Which is why you have cats now. So look at the era of the shiny shit. The shiny shit came out, and you better not mention nothing thugging. You better not mention nothing that was going to wake a person up and have knowledge of self. You better not mention nothing that could benefit the community, benefit us as a whole. That era went out of the window because record labels decided the only way you're getting the deal is to talk about X, Y, and Z. We don't want to hear no more PR, no more PE, no more LM, no more Ice Cube. Poor righteous teachers, public enemy, Ice Cube, Lench Mob, out the window. Paris, out the window. Nobody wanted to hear X-Clan anymore. They wanted to hear, take that.
Yeah.
He did it. My suit is shiny. My ass is out. And I like boys and girls. And then, it just took the masculinity out of hip-hop until 50 Cent came back. And then when 50 came back, I just knew he was the truth. I knew DMX was the truth. And then those cats, after they made a shitload of money, they became disappointed too. But the truth right now exists in Kendrick Lamar, Nipsey Hussle, YG, Problem, and my boy Schoolboy Q. That little generation of cats right there, that generation is about to bring it back, bro. Trust me, and I hear it. I hear it in the delivery. I hear it in the anger. I hear it in the tone. And Kendrick Lamar, and a lot of people say, why are you always on this dude nuts, J-Dee? I'm not. It's just that I like true artistry. I like a person who is lyrical, who has backbone, and who guns at everybody in the industry. I'm not trying to get a bunch of features. I'm gunning at all of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, but I agree with you when you said, too, gangster rap is on trial. The Lench Mob is on trial. Unfortunately, your name was part of that trial and one of the only names. But you were defending, almost a culture right there, too. I mean, hip hop is a culture anyways, rap is a culture anyways, gangster rap's a culture anyways. But you think it was also too because of your lyrics and how strong-minded you are that people said we gotta get him out of here. Because again, a very volatile state back then. And a lot of people outside looking in, and we've seen it through history, they don't like to hear strong minds that differ from their opinion.
I mean, Rick Ross, I'm going to quote Rick Ross. He had this album that he did when he was with Tony Traver called Rise to Power. And he said, being a black man and being intelligent today is a dagger. That's a dagger. Society as a whole, they don't frown on it. But the establishment, the people in power, they frown on the cat who can articulate himself. They frown on the cat who speaks eloquently. They frown on the cat who can take the BS out of a conversation and then give you back the facts. They frown on that. And as far as like, we got to get him home, and as far as me staying strong, I have to attribute a lot of that to my wife, man. My wife is a soldier, man, and I got to give a shout out to her. I love her to death. Her name is Christy Renee. I call her K Renee. I even took a character in the short story and named her K Renee, called her Little Mama. But Christy has been by my side, had my back. We've been on and off for years, but she came back and she said, I got to marry you. And I said, why you got to marry me? She said, because I was with you the night that all of this happened. I know what really happened. My brother saw what happened. I'm not going to just let this continue to go on. I said, well, why do you have to marry me? She said, because that's the only way I'm going to get you home, because I will come save my husband. And I looked at her, I was like, damn, for a woman to walk back into your life as beautiful as she is, declare what she's going to do, make it happen day after day, day in and day out with very little, there's something has to be said about that. That's a soldier right there.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She's a soldier. She had my back, and she was with me the night that it happened, but I just cut her loose. She had nothing to do with this crap. I cut her loose. So my hat's off to my wife. I love you to death, babe. I got your back like you got mine, and I'm on my way home, bro. And it's going to be because of her help. Brothers like you and cats who believe, like Ice Cube and Dub C. Them cats are in my corner. And a lot of people always ask me, what's up with you and Q? What's up with you and Q? I don't talk about Ice Cube. I don't have nothing bad to say about Ice Cube. I never disrespect Ice Cube. Ice Cube didn't send me to jail. The hip-hop game didn't send me to jail. You know what I'm saying? The rap industry didn't send me to jail. I decided not to snitch. They decided to turn it around, make it a gangster rap trial, and gangster rap was placed on trial, and I was subsequently found guilty of a murder that I didn't commit. You know?
And it's just unfortunate because I think of all minds in hip hop, your mind and your voice is what needs to be heard now. And I agree with you with Kendrick and everything you said there. But I just truly believe, and part of the reason doing this is I need your voice heard. And you know, it's my show, so I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely think it needs to be heard.
Keep the avenue open for me, bro. We can do this on a weekly basis.
Oh, I'm down.
2 times a month. I don't mind setting up a format. I don't mind working with you, Dustin. I'm going to send you a visiting form so you can holler at me.
Absolutely.
And we can talk face to face, and we can really put together something that's some substance and kind of like let's go ahead and gear our people back towards what they need to be focused on. That's good quality music. That's the state with the big bear on it. You know what I'm saying? And let's push. I'm with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you know what? I will let you, just in case, you know, anything happens, you're welcome to call me anytime, any day. We don't have to record. We don't have to do any of that. You just want to holler at me, man. You call, because I'm definitely here.
I appreciate it.
But
I got a book coming out called Dirty. It's about a young cat coming up out of Detroit who get caught up in some drama in Detroit at Casting High, messing with the YBIs. And a lot of cats out there that's hip to YBI know what I'm talking about. Young Boys Incorporated. He's forced to live with his dad in Compton, but he runs into more trouble moving back with his father than he did in Detroit, and then meets this Israeli Mossad agent, and it takes off after that. It's coming out on Ghetto Heat Publishing. I got to give my little bullshit-ass publisher a shout-out, too.
Absolutely.
Hickson. You know, me and him been having a Mexican standoff for probably about 2 months now, but I do have to keep business. And it's coming out on Ghetto Heat. He's a good guy. I won't badmouth him like that. I do love him to death. He's just hella hard to work for. And I have a part 2 called Dirty Part 2 that I'm done with, that's in the editing process now. And I'm dropping something from my wife called He Loves Me Not, another gangster story about a cold-blooded robbery that takes place downtown at the U.S. Bank building. And that's what I've been doing since I can't bust these lyrics like I want to. Yeah. I had put my pen to other use, you know what I'm saying? Because this is going to be how I feed my family. This is how I'm going to get myself out of prison. And this is my passion, you know. Writing has always been my passion.
Yeah. And
you can't kill a talent that God gave, you know.
No, absolutely not.
A few years back, an OG that been down like 30-something years, to say, brother, as mad as you get it yourself, you cannot kill a talent that God gave. So you could be pissed off today, but pick up your pen tomorrow. And I hope that everything works out for you, man. I know I got to cut this short.
Yeah.
But either line open for me, bro. I'll stop that.
I definitely will. Definitely will. And before you go, too, for my radio show, give me a Die4 Radio J-Dee drop so I can definitely play that live every show that I have for these people. You know what I'm saying? And then also, too, yeah, Die4 Radio. And then also, keep in touch. And I'm going to correspond with Trey D as well, because like you said, he's days away from getting out, and make sure I stay involved in your guys' book as long with you. And then whatever I can do to help him when he's on the outside, we're going to do that as well. So
definitely. I definitely will. And I will write you a piece, because I have a piece called Blood of the Lamb, if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm absolutely interested. And in fact, I have a letter going out to you today, so you'll have my address in the next few days.
Definitely. And the next time that I hit you, I'm going to hit you with these 16 balls called Blood of the Lamb. And I want you to use that as a drop, as the intro to a show or an outro to a show.
I got you.
All right, brother.
So go ahead and give me my Die4 Radio drop, and we'll let you enjoy your day as much as you can. And we're just blessed to have you on this platform, homie.
Okay, check this out. It's your boy J-Dee from the Lench Mob. I want to give a shout out to my boy Die4 at Die4 Radio. You know what? This is the truth. This is the realness. This is the hot stuff right here. We're not going to fake on it. We're not going to front on it. And all my cats listening nationwide and globally, this is what's up right now. Check out your boy, Die4 Radio. Man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And we really appreciate you. You have a home here. I can't wait to see you face to face. I can't wait to, keep this going with you, whether it's weekly, daily, monthly, whatever it is. My team are here for you, man. So just whatever we can do, correspond with us, and we'll make it happen.
Okay, and tell everybody to get behind the free J-Dee project.
Absolutely.
Donate whatever you can to my PayPal account. Brother, take all help. I'm trying to keep the ink flowing. I'm trying to keep the stamps going on the envelope. Trying to push out the manuscripts, and any help that you cats want to help an old head get by with, please do so. It's well respected and much appreciated. God bless you, brother, and may you have continued success.
You too. We're going to see you soon, man. Free J-Dee.
Right. Free J-Dee.
That's what's up. That's
free
what's up.
J-Dee. Ghetto Heat, Half Money, Creole Soul Publisher, baby. Y'all better ask somebody. Edit that.
I got you. We'll be talking to you soon, big homie. Thank you for your time.
Always, bro. Anytime.
That's what's up. J-Dee in the house. Peace.